Hoy estamos en Insectos en la Carretera, donde conocimos a un personaje.
Kyndal. Kyndal está con nosotros hoy día, una persona que está caminando todo Estados Unidos. Hi, Kyndal, how are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you? Yeah, so I am walking across and to all four corners of the lower 48 states of America for mental health awareness and recovery. There's too much depression, addiction, there's suicide, overdoses. Too many people are dying every single day due to these causes. And I've struggled with that myself. In the last 18 years of my life, I've tried to take my life twice. I've overdosed. I've been in county jail 11 times, in prison twice.
All right.
I have 13 felony convictions on my record, but I'm a firm believer that my past does not define me and that there is always hope. So in 2013, I was in the county jail. I read a newspaper article about a guy who had walked across America from Florida to California, and I fell in love with the story, knew I wanted to walk across America. I got in touch with him in 2014 and asked him about the journey. He recommended it, so I was like, you know, I'm going to go walk across America. I tried to take off January 1st, 2015. I ended up going to jail and then going to prison instead. Got out of prison. I was on probation for like over a year. I ended up going back to prison for 5 years. During a 5-year prison sentence on April 12th, 2019, during that 5-year prison sentence, I decided that I didn't want to live the life that I was living anymore. You know, I was not a good person. I treated my family like crap. I treated everybody around me. I used to steal from people and take things that weren't mine and use drugs really heavy. And it was a very destructive lifestyle that was leading me to an early grave. It was leading me to my death. And I didn't want to do it anymore. So I still had a lot of time in prison left, but I started getting back into my faith and like praying and talking to God. Dios te ama. So I started praying and talking to God, and I started working on my mental health. I started meditating and just like working on positive things in my mind for my own mindset. Instead of being negative about everything, I was trying to be positive about everything, even the hard things in life. And I decided that I didn't want to use drugs anymore. So at that point, I was like, you know what, I'm going to give this up. So I'm over 82 months drug-free. I will be 7 years drug-free next month. 7 years? 7 years clean. Biggest accomplishment of my life. So my last year during a 5-year prison sentence, I was in a work release program where I had an ankle monitor. I had to ride a bus to work every day. Work. I got to wear real clothes. I had a phone. I was making money, but I was still in prison. While I was in work release, I remembered that I wanted to walk across America, but I was in a whole different mindset. So if I go walk across America, what would I walk across America for? Every day on Facebook, Instagram, other social media, somebody was posting about another loss of a life.
The people say, hey, Kyndal,
people call me out from social media all the time.
You started the walk again a few days ago, no?
Yes.
So how many miles you have in this 3 days you walking?
Well, real quick, whenever everybody was talking on social media, everybody was talking about the drug overdose, suicide. That's when I decided that I wanted to walk across for mental health awareness and recovery. And I got out of prison on November 6, 2021, and I took off less than 2 months later, January 1st, 2022. Yes, so I took a little bit of a pause recently, but it's been over a 4-year journey. I started January 1st, 2022. So I've walked from Jacksonville Beach, Florida, coast to coast to Long Beach, Washington, up to the northwestern point of Washington called Cape Flattery, Washington. That was the first corner that I hit. Then I walked the entire west coast down to the southwestern point of California called Borderfield State Park in San Diego. And then from there, I walked all the way back to Jacksonville, Florida. And then to Cedar Key, down to Naples, through the Everglades, all the way down to Key West. And I just took a couple months off hanging out in Key West. Every main big corner that I've been to, I've taken at least a month off. I took a little bit longer in Key West. It's a beautiful area. A lot of nice people. I had a lot of fun down in Key West. Yeah, it was amazing. Over the last few weeks, I've covered the distance up the Florida Keys. But just a couple weeks ago, I went back to Jacksonville, Florida, because there was a gentleman inspired enough by my journey that he just walked over 600 miles from Tennessee to Jacksonville, Florida.
No.
So I went up to meet him.
Wow.
And so I was waiting on that to actually get started. So I did just pick up last week where I had left off before I went to meet him in Tavernier at the Circle K.
Okay.
And over the last few days, actually, in this past 5 days, I've covered 98 miles.
98 miles?
98
In 5
miles
days?
from Tavernier,
Wow.
Florida. You know, all the way through Florida City, through Miami, and now we're here in beautiful Fort Lauderdale. So I did just pick up recently, and I'm now back at it full time.
I see you in the Kyndal maybe something. I waiting.
Maybe.
Yeah, no?
Maybe.
I'm waiting for Fort Lauderdale now for interview on my podcast. Okay,
and it's
thank
so
you
awesome.
so much. Okay.
Thank y'all so much. It's crazy.
Yeah.
They just pulled over on the side of the
Yes.
road the other day and asked me what I was doing. They're like, hey, you want to do a podcast? I'm like, I'll be in Fort Lauderdale in a couple days.
Yeah.
Like, that's where we're at. I was like, yes.
Mucha gente tiene miedo en la vida de dar un primer paso a algo diferente. Y tú diste un primer paso cuando empezaste esta gran caminata que es con propósito de paso. Entonces cuéntame cómo fue ese primer paso.
To share hope with people that feel lonely, that feel like nobody cares, that feel like they don't want to be here anymore, that feel like they just want to end life on their own terms. That was the main reason behind wanting to do this. And there's a lot of people out there that are so scared and don't know what to do, especially the way things are going all over the world right now. And it plays an effect on a bunch of people. And as somebody who spent so much time working on myself and overcame so much to know what was possible, what I was capable of, I know there's so many people that are capable of so much more, and I want them to be able to experience it. So I just want to come out here and spread love, kindness, positivity, and hope everywhere I go.
Wow.
Okay.
Good.
I hope that my legacy outweighs all the things that I did in my past, because I did a lot of wrong, and there's still people that try to hold it against me. But at the same time, my support base is so much stronger than the hate. So I think people will say good things. I think people will say that this journey made a positive impact in their life. I don't believe it was me, Kyndal Ray Edwards, that made somebody make a change in their lives. I believe as a human doing what I'm doing, I was just able to inspire somebody to want to make that positive change in their life. And I definitely think there's going to be people that talk about it even when I'm gone. And I'm grateful and thankful for that. But God gets the glory all the time.
¿Cómo haces tú con los climas en tiempo frío, en tiempos caliente, en la nieve? ¿Cómo tú haces para cuando estás caminando sobre todo los Estados Unidos?
I kind of just have to go with it.
Okay.
My first time ever seeing snow, I'm from Florida, born and raised.
Okay.
First time ever seeing snow was walking in the winter in Colorado in the mountains. Very challenging. I've learned that wind and freezing is just a terrible thing.
Wow.
People helped me learn like what to do. I'd never heard of snow blindness. So people were like, you want to wear sunglasses when you're looking at the snow. I wouldn't have known that. People gave me like the right hoodies and the right jackets and thermals and big snow pants and giant boots. People took care of me really, really well. As for the heat, I had to drink a lot of extra water. Make sure that I had my snacks and everything just to replenish everything. But after you do so much of this so long, your body acclimates really, really well, and like I really don't run into many problems with it. But I use a lot of sunscreen, because you know I don't want to burn up. Yeah, it's challenging even when it comes to mountains and deserts. I had to do an 88-mile stretch through the Mojave Desert with nothing in between.
Oh no?
I was camping every night, like just on the side of a little small road on a highway. It was kind of crazy. Made it through that safely. A lot of it's just mindset and forcing yourself to think positively even when it's hard.
Oh wow.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
En la carretera pasan cosas buenas y cosas malas. ¿Cómo sobrellevas esas cosas malas que nos dejan ese trago amargo en la vida?
Yeah, so there's always bad things that happen. And this is another, I'm out here mental health, so I want to encourage people to have a strong mind. Now some people might not have a strong mind right now, but you can build a strong mind. I used to not have a strong mind, and now I do. When bad things happen, I pray about it. I have to pray about it. Depending on how severe the situation, I'll either go live stream on Facebook and talk to my followers about it, because people always try to give me advice back. And if it's really bad, I'll call my mom or you know, a family member and be like, hey, this is going on, like I'm struggling or whatever. But I know that I'll never go back to the things that were destroying my life when bad things happen. I know that everything's a learning lesson. I know that I'm going to learn something through whatever I go through, so I can use whatever I go through to grow. So I grow through whatever I go through, even the bad stuff. And then whenever it does happen, still trying to find the positive in the negative.
Wow. Wow. Wonderful.
I got to walk the Golden Gate Bridge in California. I walked it on my birthday, March 30th, 2024. I was one of the people, we had a group of people that came out and walked. A bunch of people brought You Matter signs and stuff like that. One of the people that came out and walked with me was one of the very last people to ever jump off the bridge trying to take his life and actually survive.
Okay.
He had to be rescued by the Coast Guard and things like that. His name is Thornton McKay, but somebody saw that I was trying to find people to walk across the bridge, and they got in touch with him and brought him out with me. So this man jumped off the bridge. Whenever he did, like he like broke like his ribs and stuff. It punctured his spleen. Like it's a you know you're hitting the water at like 70 or 80 miles an hour. It's like getting hit by a car like at 80 miles an hour. Like it's so he shouldn't be here, but he survived. So he came out and walked and shared. That's one of the most special moments that I've had on the journey. But you know, I've had people pull over on the side of the road because they saw that sign that says You Matter, and give me a hug, and like, you don't know, but I was on my way home to take my life until I saw that sign. They were on their way home to kill themselves. Like, they didn't want to be there, but that sign gave them purpose. It wasn't me, it was the sign. I just happened to be pushing the sign, and in that moment. And that has happened many times across the journey. I'm a convicted felon. I've been to prison twice. But since I've been on this journey, I've been in county jails to speak and share my story. You know, I've been in schools. I get to go speak to kids sometimes and like share the positive things about don't do this, but life has got this. And that's just a few. I could go on for hours and hours about all the special experiences. But the Golden Gate Bridge is probably the defining one.
Okay. ¿Cómo las personas pueden colaborar con tu proyecto que estás haciendo hoy en día?
So my name is Kyndal Ray Edwards, spelled Kyndal Rayedwards. I am on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, all under that same exact, under the name, same exact name. If you follow me on any social media platforms, it's always an open invite. If anybody ever wants to come walk with me, get in touch with me, shoot a message. I update very frequently. If you've lost somebody to drug overdose or suicide and would like them to be remembered on this journey, get in touch with me. We can make that happen. It's all about awareness. So it's not about me having the biggest following possible, but awareness is getting attention. So we do ask people to follow and share, because you never know what anybody's going through. And the two words that you are going to hear from me is You Matter, translated into Spanish is going to be Tu importas. I used to have the sign that said it. So that's my biggest thing. I want people to know that they have value and know that they have purpose. And you can follow me on all social media platforms. If anybody wants to collaborate in any type of way, maybe you have a story and would like to share it through my platform, I would love to share it. But we just want people to know that they matter. In 40 years? Oh man. I might have walked across every continent. I might walk across America some more. I might have hiked the Appalachian Trail, the Pacific Crest Trail, the Continental Divide. I might even be a musician by then. I play guitar and I play piano. So I might have an album out. I might have a world
Wow.
tour by then. But I know through all of it, between mental health and recovery, many lives will be saved. Many people will be able to get into programs when they need the help. And I hope by the time in 40 years from now, that number's more in the tens or hundreds of thousands or bigger, not
Yeah.
just in the tens or the
Yeah.
30s and hundreds. You know, we want
Wow.
as many people impacted across this earth as possible.
Yeah.
Una pregunta, ¿este proyecto tuyo que andas caminando por la salud mental solo va a ser en Estados Unidos o lo piensas llevar a Latinoamérica, a Europa, recorrer todo el mundo?
Yes, so right now I'm working on a world record to be the first person to go to all 4 corners of the lower 48 states of America. I have
Wow.
3. Hopefully within the next 5 to 6 months, I will complete this entire East Coast up to the northeastern point of Maine. Then I actually plan on starting my own podcast and my own nonprofit, hopefully. Next year, whether I do them all or not, I'm going to start doing at least 100 miles on each continent. So
Wow.
I'm going to hit North America, South America, Oceania, Europe, Asia, Africa,
Wow.
Antarctica. I'm going to go to all of the continents over the next couple years. So absolutely taking this international.
Wow, I like it.
I'm so
Wow,
excited.
beautiful.
It's going to
Me
be.
too.
And
I
in the
see you.
process, when I go to
Okay.
other countries,
Yeah.
my You Matter, I'm going to get the sign that correlates with their language.
Oh,
So they
wow.
get to see You Matter
Yeah,
in their
yeah.
language. Yeah, it's
Mhm.
going to be really awesome.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
super
good.
excited.
¿Crees en la reencarnación? Porque tienes un alma demasiado libre. ¿Qué crees que era tu alma antes?
Mhm.
So I've never really even dealt with or even dove too much into reincarnation. I just, you know,
Wow,
I've never had that question before. I really don't know much about it, to be honest. If I did like know
Mhm.
that it was a 100,
Mhm.
I would say I'm probably gonna come back a lion or an eagle or
Okay.
something really awesome. That's like just prime, like I'm gonna own the kingdom or
Yeah.
the jungle.
Oh,
You know
wow.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So yeah, that's maybe I'm a little cocky, but
Oh.
ego a little bit. But
A little eagles.
an eagle or a lion, something.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it.
I agree. I had to express myself. I'm one of those people. I gotta get out there and why would I keep it all to myself, man? I
Okay.
got stuff to show people. I got stuff to tell people, and people got stuff to tell me too. And then I get to share that with others. It's connecting and networking is so important. The more people you meet, there's so many people. You can be in a room full of people and still feel alone because you're not
Mhm.
connecting, you're not talking, you're not getting to know people. Stuff like this, you
Yeah.
get to know people a little bit,
Yeah.
actually like communicating, you know, and having the language barrier, not allowing that to be like, oh, well, we're not going to do this, we
Yeah.
can't talk. Like, we're still
Mhm.
coming together and talking about
Yeah.
important stuff, you know, with
Yes, very
translations
important.
that's going to hit to a community that I haven't really got to reach much, you
Mhm.
know, so this
Yeah.
is like really important and special to me, you know,
Yes.
this is what it's about.
Yeah.
Yes. So y'all know how to follow me on social media now. I also ask, I'm fundraising for a nonprofit. I do not receive any of the funds. They are an 800 number that helps people get into rehabs and programs that are
Okay.
struggling with addiction and substance abuse. The fundraiser that I have, I don't receive any of those funds, but it all goes towards the people that don't
Okay.
have insurance, that have a hard time getting the help that they need. At the end of the day, I have to remind everybody that we all have value, we all have purpose, and that we all matter so very much. Can I hold that sign real quick
Yeah.
and show that real fast?
Yes.
This side says you are enough.
Yes.
And my main 2 words, guys, for everybody is that you matter all the
Yes,
time.
you
So don't forget that. Love y'all.
Yes.
Thank you so much. And Dios te ama.
Yeah. Dios te ama. Wow. Beautiful.
Y esto fue un
Thank you.
capítulo más de
Insectos en la carretera con Kyndal.